Good afternoon, everyone. So today our class is we'll discuss about comparative public administration and FW Riggs idea. Okay, so comparative public administration, paper 1, section B. So we need to understand first what is this? What is this comparative public administration and who is Riggs? So some basic things we will discuss first. Okay, so first the word comparative public administration. So you find two words here. One is comparative, one is public administration. So just try to understand what is comparative public administration. When public administration is studied in a comparative perspective. Okay. So when public administration studied in a comparative perspective, it is comparative public administration. Very simple. So public administration in a comparative perspective. Comparative. There is a comparison. That means comparison of public administration. Yes, comparison of public administration of different country. So when comparison between public administration of different country happen, it leads to comparative public administration or comparative study, what you known as. Okay, so this is comparative study. So you can call that broadly different country. So developed country, developing country, poor country, or underdeveloped country. So developing country, developed country, developing country, and poor country. So the administration of all three are studied in a comparative perspective. So I think you understand what is actually called comparative administration. Very simple. Comparison of administration. So we discuss why it is needed, what is the requirement of it. Okay. So you try to understand this growth. 1887, what happened? Public administration take birth. That means independent discipline. It is an independent discipline. Public administration take birth as a independent discipline. Very simple. Between 1940s to 1960s, some important development happened. What are they? NPA, New Public Administration. New Public Administration happened, and we discussed New Public Administration already. CPA, Comparative Public Administration, and Development Administration. All this development happened between 1940 to 1960. Okay. Just one thing I am telling you, 1991, the concept of good governance. Many times you found a question that good governance is a new paradigm of development administration. We will discuss that in another class. So how good governance is a paradigm of development administration. Okay. So today what we are going to discuss about comparative public administration. Why the need of comparative study emerges, what is comparative study, and who is Riggs, what is the idea. We all discuss this. So just you remember this date, 1987. What happened? The birth of public administration as an independent discipline happened. And who is father of public administration? Woodrow Wilson. Clear? Okay. Now again, try to understand. Between 1940s to 1960s, development in world. What are the major development happen in the world that we will going to discuss? In Asia and Africa, newly independent country. So you all knew that between 1940s and 60s, newly independent country or those countries who are colonized get independent between this period. So you can take example of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, South Africa, or other African countries. All this. So all this independent country, newly independent country are there. Okay. So certainly this country face a number of problems. What are the problems? Poverty, malnutrition, unemployment, poor infrastructure, health, education, everything. So these countries face a number of problems. All you know. Listen, try to understand this as a link. So 1940s and 60s, newly independent country. You all knew this in Asia and Africa. It's okay. After that, what happened? These countries face a number of problems. Whenever a country newly gain independent, it certainly face some problem. So this problem they face. Okay. After that, this country of Asia and Africa, they have problem and they want to reach solution. That means from state of poor state to they want to become a developed state. Okay, now can you give me how or who you think will help them in order to be a developed country? Who will help them? Developed country or West? Yes. So the developed country or West try to help them. Very clear. So next scenario, what happened? West country, eastern country of Asia, Africa, West, USA, European Union. So what happened? They provide fund. Very simple thing. They provide fund to the country of Asia and Africa. Okay. So between 1940s, 50 for 10 years, 15 years they provide fund. But what happened after 10 years? They found that no substantial development happened in Asia and Africa. For example, your elder brother become a IS, you are preparing. Just consider your brother as a developed country and you are a poor country. Your brother give every month 20,000 to you. Okay, so your brother wants that, take 20,000, read, take coaching, buy a book, magazine, everything, and you clear IS. But what happened after 2 to 3 years? You cannot clear a prelim. You cannot clear prelim. Forget about mains and interview. So now what happened? Your brother found that no substantial development happened in you. After giving fund for so many time, you cannot clear prelim and you got very poor mark in test series also. Got my point? Just very simple. So I think some of you have asked me about comparative risks idea is very difficult. Nothing at all. So like your brother your brother found that no development happen in you after he giving 20,000 every month. You cannot clear prelim, you cannot get good mark in your test series. So your brother is very dissatisfied. Your brother say, yeah, what happened? After that, your brother, that means your brother want to find out reason for your failure. Okay, your brother want to find out reason of your failure, that after giving 20,000 every month, why you cannot clear prelim. Like that, the West try to find out the reason of failure of Asian and African country. Clear? So try to find out the reason of failure of Asia and African country. Very simple. Your brother, what happened? Your brother called me that, sir, why my brother cannot clear prelim after such attempt? So you please study. So here I carried, your brother talked to me and I said, okay, I will look at it. So I want to study. I study. I study what? You are studying or not? What is the method you are studying? You are appear in a test series or not? You are reading The Hindu or not? You are following some particular magazines or not? Everything I want to study. Simple. Same way, the West, they want to study the reason of failure and they appoint comparative administrative group who is this headed by RICS. Anyone found difficulty till now? The West country, the West want to find out the reason of failure of Asia and African country after giving so much of fund. Like your elder brother who is a IAS, who want to study the reason of your failure. Okay, so reason of failure, your brother appoint me. Now what I do, I study the reason. I want to find out why you cannot clear prelim. What is the problem? Be it problem in GS, be it problem in CSET, whether you are not studying well or whether you are studying bad thing, that means irrelevant thing which is not useful for your exam. Okay, so I want to study that. So by now everything is clear. The West want to study the failure of Asia and African country. They appoint a group named as Comparative Administrative Group who is headed by RICS. Next. So yes, look at the reason of failure. So now what happened? The West appoint a committee or group that is known as Comparative Administrative Group. It is headed by FW RICS. It is headed by FW RICS. Okay, so FW RICS is chairman of Comparative Administrative Group, CAG, and this CAG is being given fund provided by Ford Foundation. Yes, in 1940s and 60s, all this problem and the development happened. Yes, this development happened between this. So CAG give funded by Ford Foundation. Very simple thing. Now, RICS now study the administration of developing country and compare them with the administration of developed West. Okay, compare them with the administration of developed West. Like I want to make sure that what you are studying, you are not studying M. Lakshmikant for polity, you are not studying G.C. Leong for geography. So I want to find out that you are not reading Hindu, you are reading Sambad. Like that, Riggs study the administration of developing country and compare them with administration of developed West. So thus started the era of comparative public administration. Clear? So Riggs is known as father of comparative public administration, comparative study. Okay, now again we go back. So you know the basic, that from which context this comparative public administration has started. After that, just knew about Woodrow Wilson, who is known as father of public administration. Woodrow Wilson, known as father of public administration, and whenever you write a answer on comparative public administration, you must mention about Woodrow Wilson. If it is a 20 marker, one line. If it is a long question, one para. What you should add, that you mention that Wilson, who is known as, good afternoon, father of public administration, is regarded as the first comparativist. So you may get a question like this also, that Woodrow Wilson is known as the father, Woodrow Wilson, who is father of public administration, known as first comparativist. That means Woodrow Wilson was the first person who make a comparison between administration of USA with administration of European country. I think you have read it in Woodrow Wilson. You have read it in Woodrow Wilson unit. That one of the idea of Woodrow Wilson is he made a comparison between administration of USA and administration of European country. He said that, or he want to bring good idea of European administration and want to apply it in American administration. Yes, he said that we can, he gave a very good quotation. Wilson said that we can bring the idea of how to sharpening the knife without any intention to kill anyone. This is one quote you can give in Woodrow Wilson answer and in comparative public administration answer, that we can learn the idea of how to sharpen the knife without any intention to kill it. We can bring the good idea of European constitution, European administration, put it in the fire of criticism to evaporate unnecessary thing and apply it in our administration. Clear? So this is what you write about one paragraph, Wilson idea inside comparative public administration. After that, again we move to Riggs. Okay, one thing before moving, whenever you write about that Riggs or comparative public administration question, 60 mark, your answer should be covered of Riggs idea. After that, death of comparative public administration, and this year it is a probable question for 2019 mains. Death of comparative public administration or criticism of comparative public administration. After that, rebirth of comparative public administration in the name of NCPA, new comparative public administration, and you can give some current example like France relation with some Middle East country, FATA, Financial Action Task Force, why Pakistan is not included. So you can mention that still comparative administration is still running, but in the name of NCPA, International Public Administration. We will discuss that. Okay, we will gradually discuss that. If time permit today, we will discuss or in another class. So this is your pattern of writing answer. Rick's idea, Woodrow Wilson's idea, death of comparative public administration, rebirth of comparative public administration with some current example. IPA, NCPA is nothing but IPA, International Public Administration. That means the role and the influence of supranational institutions like UN, World Bank, IMF on administration of developing and developed countries. This is macro perspective and micro perspective. So this will be a complete answer. Okay, now move further. Riggs, FW Riggs. Okay, so FW Riggs, ecological approach. What is ecological approach? Riggs said that administration is influenced by its surrounding. Administration is influenced by its surrounding. For example, this is the administration. I am give you practical example. This is the surrounding. So the surrounding has influence over administration and administration influence the surrounding. Okay, I am giving you example. You are a IS, you are a DM, you are a DM in a rich district of Punjab, or you are a DM of Delhi, Rohini. Okay, you are a district magistrate of Delhi, Rohini, and same you are a DM Dantewada, Chhattisgarh, Naxal affected tribal. Same you are a DM. Okay, just give me answer. Your work method, your approach as a DM Delhi Rohini and DM Dantewada will be same or different? S or D? Your approach of work. Yes, certainly it is different. So, yes, but again, what do you think? The surrounding, that you are a DM of Delhi and you are a DM of Dantewada, the atmosphere, that in Delhi it is a rich, ideology is same. Ideology, you are IS, you work according to that, but influence, what I said, the surrounding. For example, Delhi, where you are a DM, in Rohini district, everyone is highly educated, everyone is rich. So they have certain different type of problem you need to address. You are DM of Noida, you are DM of Gurgaon. Okay, so the need and aspiration of people there is different than the need, aspiration and problem of people in Dantewada. Yes or no? Yes. So you, you need to work according to them. You need to solve the problem of people where you are posted. So this is known as ecology of public administration. That means the surrounding influence you. The surrounding of administration influence you, and you also influence the surrounding. So as a DM of Dantewada, your focus is providing people the basic necessity, basic thing with which they can survive, with which they can live, and try your best to alienate the Naxals, try to bring them into the mainstream. So you just what I say, this is, if it is 0, if you are DM of Delhi, you need to start here, and if you are DM of Dantewada, you need to reach 0. That means, suppose 0 means it is a balanced state of affair. So as a DM of Dantewada, you start from -10 and your aim to reach the 0. That means a balance. Yes. So as a DM of Dantewada, your approach, your aim is to reach that 0 stage. That means a balanced state where, that means from that you can carry out more development, but you need to approach that. You want stability in that district, you want a peaceful atmosphere. But as a DM of Rohini, as a DM, yes, as a DM of Rohini, you need to, people are already, everything is in good state of affair, you want more growth, more growth. So this is what Rick state, ecology of administration. That means the surrounding have influence on administration. Okay, so this is ecological approach. Second approach is structural functional. Yes, O means minimum. Structural functional. So he said a particular structure result into a particular function. For example, we have discussed in classical approach that if the structure of administration, structure means structure of administration, if the structure is classical, it function in a particular type or way. If the structure is of behavioral, that means if it is closed, if it is open, then it function in a particular way. So structural functional approach, the structure result into a function. Very simple, ecological approach, structural functional approach. Next, Rick said that Rick's focus of comparative study from idiographic to nomothetic. That means earlier study was done, that means India is compared with India, but now India must be compared with the UK. That means cross cultural, cross border. Okay, cross cultural, cross border study. Geographic to nomothetic, from non ecological to ecological, non ecological to ecological. What we have discussed, ecological means the surrounding of administration has an impact on the administration. Okay. Next idea, Rick's idea of model building. This is important. Model building. So what is model building? Rick's give two model. First model is Agraria Transitia Industria model. Try to remember it. Agraria Transitia Industria model. So what is that? Agraria means agriculture based economy. Industria means industrial economy. It is poor country, it is rich country. They give example of China, they give example of USA. Very simple thing. One is agraria country, one is industrial country. Transitia means it is a middle path, means agraria. So when you move from agraria to industrial, you go by the transitia phase. For example, you are a poor. Now that you people what? But no, the model is agraria transitia. It is three type of state, not model. The model is agraria transitia industrial model. Agraria transitia industrial model, fused prismatic diffracted model. So transitia means it is a state. Yes, that different model. Very simple. Agraria means agriculture based economy. Just understand, agriculture based economy. Industria means industrial based economy like Europe, rich country. And China is earlier agriculture based economy in the 60s. And they say a middle path is transition. For example, a poor guy not immediately become rich unless and although he win a lottery or get something from. So a poor guy become middle class, after that upper class. So it is a transition. Just understand, it is the poor class, it is middle class, and it is rich class, elite class. So transitia is in between agraria and industria. Transitia in between agraria and industria. So what is transitia? It has its economy is both agriculture plus industry. Just understand, the transitia economy is both agriculture and industry. It is not completely agriculture or not completely industrialized. Second, it has both poor and rich people. So it is not only poor people and not consist of only rich people. So it consists of both poor and rich. Okay. After that, they can give example of India as a transitia state. So agraria, transitia, industria. Everyone clear what is that? It is first model. So you draw in this type and write it. Second model is fused prismatic diffracted. So whenever you write this, you give one diagram. So a light come, it is a prism, and when light pass through the prism, due to refraction of light, we have the Vibgyor color. This is fused, prismatic, and diffracted. So this is fused, this is prismatic, and this is diffracted. Okay, now what is that? Fused society is again that poor country. Diffracted society is rich country, and prismatic society is in between. That means it is a transition from poor to rich. Okay, it is a transition of poor to rich. Fused, prismatic, diffracted. Again, fused, prismatic diffracted. So the administrative system, now you already knew that this is a poor country, this is a rich country, this is in between. This is agriculture, this is industry, this is agriculture plus industry. Okay. Now the administrative system of huge society is chamber, diffracted society is bureau, and prismatic society is sala. No problem with that. That means it is the administrative system. Yes, it is underdeveloped, developing, developed country. Okay. So administrative system is fused, sala, diffracted. From sala we have salacracy, bureaucracy, and chamber, no chambercracy. So you need to write that sala to salacracy, bureau, bureaucracy. Okay. So rigs, salacracy means it is administrative bureaucracy. You know what is bureaucracy? Bureaucracy means the administration of developed country bureaucracy, like that the administration of prismatic society or developing country is salacracy. Any developed Indian administrative system we call it bureaucracy, but actually it is salacracy. When you read further, you will get to know that the character of bureaucracy is not found in Indian administrative system, but what we found is character of salacracy, character of prismatic society. So salacracy is administrative system of prismatic society or developing country. Clear? After that, actually Rick's aim was to study administration of developing country and compare it with developed country. He take the agraria or fused as a model or reference. He has no aim to study the administrative system of poor country or agraria. He just studied it as a reference. Okay. After that, so now what Ricks found? Ricks found that administration of developing country is known as salacracy. So what is the main aim of Ricks? How why the CAG is formed? Study the problem in administration of developing country. Okay, so the main aim of Ricks was to study the problem in administration of developing country. And what is the problem they found? Yes, salacracy. So now problem in salacracy. What are the problem in salacracy? who is hinder the process of development. Due to salacracy, the country cannot achieve the required amount of development. What is salacracy? Heterogeneity. I think all you know what is homogeneity. Homogeneity means same mixture. Heterogeneity means different. Heterogeneity, not same, different. If you call water, it is homogeneous. When you water mix sugar or salt in water, it is heterogeneous mixture. So heterogeneity means the prismatic society we found character of both what? Fused model and diffracted model. It has both agriculture and industry. It has both poor plus rich people. Yes. So heterogeneity. Second problem what he found is formalism. And what is formalism? The gap between what is prescribed and what is practiced. Okay, the gap between what is prescribed and what is actually practiced. I'm just giving you example. Heterogeneity considered a problem because both aspect. That means we cannot move. What is the aim? Our aim is to reach the developed stage, but we cannot reach the developed state because due to that heterogeneity. That means the impact of agriculture society is still there. We cannot completely move on. That is the problem Riggs found. That means character of how I can tell you. That means you want to be a very good guy. You are earlier a bad guy. Now you want to be a very good guy. But in this transition, yes, agriculture is essential. But again, I can give you example. Agriculture is essential. But in India, 60% people employed in agriculture. And what is its contribution to GDP? 17%. So do you think it is good? Can we become a developed state with this? When 60% people engage in agriculture and its contribution to GDP is, yes, that is what Rick state, that if the agriculture contributes 17%, so you should employ 17%, not 60% people. So this guy's unemployment is there. That is the main reason. Agriculture is there, but we should employ, we should transfer more people out of agriculture. That means 60% people should not be work in agriculture as it contributes 17%. Okay, now again, I think clear what is heterogeneity. Formalism. Formalism means the gap between what is prescribed and what is practiced. Just listen the example. Article 21A. What is it? Right to education. And yes, right to education, elementary education. And it was mentioned the constitution have provide fundamental right that 5 to 14 year you cannot no employment, you cannot employ it. But now you answer me, is it practiced? It is prescribed. Is it practiced? No. So you got your answer. Now you got your answer that this is formalism, the gap between what is prescribed and what is practiced. So everything, prescription is one, but actual practice is different. Okay, clear. So I will clear your every doubt, giving you example. Everything is example, so that there will be no confusion. So heterogeneity, formalism. Third is nepotism. Yes, formalism or only rule, but practical orientation is not there. So nepotism is what? Nepotism means you only work or help your kith and kin. That means you favor friend, family. So what do you think? Nepotism is found in India or not? Without reference, without knowing. So this is nepotism. Next, secrecy. That is no transparency. Yes, 80% nepotism. So nepotism is found in UPSC interview also. If you appeared in UPSC interview and you know some of your, suppose your father is a senior IAS and your father is batchmate to the guy who is in the interview, board member or chairman. So certainly he will give. It is a human human tendency. Okay, so it is a human tendency. If your father's friend is a member, chairman, so certainly he will ask you that how is your father, how is your family, how is your mother, how everything going. Okay, okay, better go. Okay, they offer you chai biscuit. Happen, this happen. I knew this thing happened, but not the way I am saying. They will ask you question. It will like a formal interview as it is, but as mark is in their hand, they will give you 60 to 70%. So nepotism is there. So secrecy and transparency, it is found. You have in India we have Indian Evidence Act, Official Secret Act, All India Service Conduct Rule, Central Service Conduct Rule. All these things brought result into secrecy. Yes, and secrecy result into corruption in efficiency. No, no, you cannot say that. Yes, his parents are no. Only his parents become IAS will not help. But you may someone in the board. You may someone in the board. Otherwise, they will not care. Maybe we cannot say. Otherwise, for example, suppose you are in the board. Suppose you are in the board. You are board, and every year there is 180 IAS. So suppose you after in the 60 you are as a UPSC member, you are sitting and some guy come to your interview. His parents may be IAS, but you are from 2021 batch and they are from 2025 batch. You cannot know them, so you will not give any favor. That is also in nepotism also there is rules. That means you should be know them, you should very close to them, only then, otherwise not. There is thousands of IAS, 6,000, 7,000 or 10,000 IAS. No, everyone cannot. Yes, so secrecy, that is no transparency. This is one. Corruption in efficiency. It is found in the all this found in where? Salacracy or prismatic model. So these, due to these things, this result into poor development of Asia African nation. Okay, after that, one more thing Rick said, bazaar canteen model. Bazaar canteen model, it is found in prismatic society. Okay, bazaar is what? Bazaar is market where everyone can sell, anyone can sell his good and product, and here bargaining is there. Yes, bargaining, demand, supply, bargaining, demand, supply is there. Okay, bargaining, demand, supply, and canteen. You can give example of CDS canteen, or you can just take simple example in Bhubaneswar, what we call the Reliance Fresh. Okay, just give me example. The price fluctuation of tomato, the price fluctuation of tomato or any good is more in bazaar or canteen. Just give me example. The fluctuation or price. For example, the price of tomato. Yes, it is in bazaar because bazaar based on demand and supply. Bazaar canteen model. So bazaar is like unit 1 market, the all hard you see, demand supply. They can buy, they can sell tomato 30 rupees a kg in the morning. It becomes 60 rupees in the afternoon and becomes 70 rupees in the evening. But a supermarket like Reliance Fresh or Big Bazaar, you have a fixed price. You cannot have that fluctuation of price. Okay, so this is canteen and this is bazaar. In India, what you found? You found bazaar, you found canteen, or you found both? In India, yes. So in India, you found both bazaar, canteen. So this is bazaar canteen model of prismatic society. Prismatic society, bazaar canteen model. Okay. After that, so Ricks give all this idea. Ricks study, Ricks found all this problem, and all this solution is provided in development administration. We discuss later. So development administration, all the solution to the problem of prismatic society found or given. After that, Ricks give integration differentiation model. Integration differentiation. Integration means everything is integrated with each other. Okay, how bazaar canteen model is applicable in Indian administration? Okay, just look. Canteen is fixed price. This is demand supply. Bargaining is there. Okay, I am giving a simple example. It is not organized. This is organized. Okay, I am giving you some example of canteen. CDS canteen, Parliament canteen, State Legislative Assembly canteen, Secretariat canteen. Try to understand that canteen. In this office, how much price? CDS canteen, low price. Parliament canteen, 10 rupees launch. State Legislative Assembly, 10 rupees launch. Secretariat, 15 rupees launch. What is that? This is organized group. You are become a secretary, you become ASO, you work in secretariat. So you get launch in 10 rupees. Why? Because you are organized people. But a poor man who is working outside, he is not organized. So it's found in developed country. It is developing country. So developing country, we have bazaar. That means price volatility, no regulation. Another thing, government regulation is low. Here regulation is high. Government regulation is very high on canteen. Government makes sure that. Again example, I am giving you example. Just you said in Nigeria, in African country, and in USA. Do you imagine in USA anyone can sell tomato or any essential product in a high price? No, but in Nigeria he can. But the Nigeria or in every developing country, it is based on bazaar model. Regulation is also there. In developed country, they have regulated the market. So it is canteen. What we can call canteen a regulated market. I am giving an example. In India, where I call India is a both bazaar and canteen model. Nowadays, the onion price has increased to 70. So after it becomes 70 to 80, the government start putting regulation. Government try to import onion to stabilize the price. Got my point? So what? But same thing in USA, it cannot let the onion price to increase beyond a certain mark. So in India, we have both bazaar and canteen. Yes, there is a bazaar, free flow of goods and service, bargaining is there, demand supply. The farmer can today get 1 rupees per kilo tomato, the next day he may get 30 rupees because unregulated market. But if it is a developed country, the farmer also get good price and the consumer. Yes, Udyan Press you can call canteen. It is canteen fixed price. In Delhi, Mother Dairy Store. In Delhi, the government of Delhi have Mother Dairy Store. That means fixed price. Got my idea? So in USA, you have only canteen, no bazaar. There is no demand and supply mismatch. But in India, we have both bazaar and canteen. So it is one of the aspects or one of the demerit of developing countries administration, bazaar and canteen model. Okay, I think clear what is bazaar and canteen. So this is idea of risks, all this model, bazaar, canteen, and the next class we will discuss the demise of comparative public administration. Head is integration and differentiation paradigm of HEDI. How on basis of this model, there are 3 diagram we will discuss. This is 3. This is diffracted society. This is prismatic society. Integration, differentiation, malintegration. This is prismatic society. It is diffracted society. This is how integration and differentiation is matched and not matched. Okay, so we will discuss in another special class. Comment box question. Oh, sorry. I haven't seen. Want Norway administration because Norway is top country as per Human Development Index. Listen. you will not have any question like that, Norway with India. So in a perspective all developed country, that means USA and European country, we discuss same. And when it's a developed country, only USA and Canada, not Mexico or the middle Central American country. They are poor country. They are not even developed. They are third world country. Clear? Uh, so regarding Human Development Index, you will write it in general study related to Human Development Index or Geography paper 1 section B. But in public administration, in a broader perspective, we will discuss. And so your doubt is clear or not? Indian administration is an example of prismatic society. Is it clear or not? Indian administration depict. Okay. Okay, so we will meet in another class. So this is Unacademy. You take a subscription in this money for detailed class. For public administration schedule course, you can take a subscription. Okay. So whenever you take a subscription, please take a 6-month subscription because our course is more than 4 months. In this we will discuss daily classes happen, and if you use this code, you will get 10%. So a 6-month subscription you will get only means only set for 5,000 rupees, and all these things already you know. This ASOS batch, current affair, this book. Okay, so thank you everyone. Meet you in another class. Thank you.